Hi guys, it's Seeker of Truth and I'm here to give you another update into the crazy world of these grifters. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get told whenever I make an update, and share it around with any of your friends. So, let's get into it. So let's start off talking about the Gareth Barrett or Patrick Kennedy being arrested and jailed. So a few people had said to me, did I really need to go undercover to try and get to the bottom of that whole fiasco? Yes, I did. They said, why didn't you try and contact this woman gently to try and break the news to her? We did. Straight after the video that I'd done exposing Gareth, I went and found her avid followers. I explained this in the video and tried to show her the evidence, and she reacted quite badly. Said at first that wasn't Gareth, that was an actor. And then when she realised that Gareth was responding as if he had that interview with me, she changed her tact and started saying, well, Gareth has told me that you are the P word, this, that and the other. That's where it all started. So for anyone to think that any of us could talk any sense into her is foolish. And saying, did we need to do that? So from it, she deleted all of the defamatory tweets about me. We got to the bottom showing that anything defamatory that they'd said was fabricated. So we got to the bottom of all of that. So proved my innocence. Not that I really had to, but obviously there are a few very gullible people that will just read and believe anything. And also, I thought we'd got somewhere. Obviously, we managed to see the whole scenario of Gareth being arrested and jailed for fraud, and managed to find out about that. But also, I thought maybe we'd got somewhere with her, and that maybe she would think twice about Gareth. I can report, I think it was only yesterday, she had blocked that account, which was at Lawyers Love Fools. She blocked that account, and then she tagged that account, and she had then reposted the old fake court document saying, Seeker of Truth, you must cease and desist, remove all content pertaining to Patrick Kennedy, else you will be whatever. So yeah, it didn't work. I mean, even that didn't get through to her. So that's that with the Gareth situation. What else is on the agenda? Madyson Marquette. So some of you may know I did a expose, 12 reasons why I don't trust Madyson Marquette recently. And it seems that she had recently become aware of it and had seen, people must have been commenting in a Telegram chat, had seen that I was joined to her Telegram chat, and then she made this post. Let's have a look. Okay, so we go over to my Telegram channel where I posted this about a week ago, actually. And so Madyson Marquette, like I said, had seen the expose that I'd done on her, and she had left this in her Telegram group once she'd seen it. The scumbag, who, me? Seeker of Truth was on my page. I'm aware he was messaging some of you. I wasn't, Madison. That's just paranoia. I wasn't messaging any of your followers. But anyway, he can try and discredit me all he wants, but he is slandering me, and he'd better be careful. Well, Madison, I thought that you were a lawyer for a start, and how can you say in one sentence, I'm slandering her, and then I better be careful? Surely you could take action if I was actually slandering you. I was not. If you watch the video, it is just facts. There is no slander involved. She says, touch not my anointed. What that means, I do not know. Seeker of Truth is a highly paid terrorist paid by Soros camp and mega churches alike. Come on now. I mean, this is just getting tiresome now. I mean, Claire had said that I was working for Matt Hancock, or I was MI5. My name was Paul, which is not. Charlie has said multiple things. I'm a disgraced police officer, fired for forgery or something alike. He's also said that I was MI6, MI5. And you know, he'd also said that, you know, I was being paid by the deep state, and that, you know, so many things. And then you've got Greg Hallett, who said that I was paid by Cambridge Analytica to spread lies. I mean, it's just, when these people have no way of, you know, actually having anything to say about things that I've pointed out, they just revert to well, they're slandering me. That, you know, trying to say that I'm being paid by certain organisations or entities. It is just ridiculous, and it is just very simple. It's so simple, isn't it? Oh, we're going to debunk MCK by saying he's being paid by such and such, and the gullible people will believe us anyway. And I wouldn't align myself with mega churches for a start, if anyone knows anything about me. MCK, you are a coward. Am I? Or are you the coward here? And you should know I'm anointed, appointed, and highly favoured, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Yeah, okay. Time to start calling out the bullies who threaten trafficking survivors and trafficking victims. Again, this is another thing that you know, I think Claire tried to use. A lot of Madyson Marquette's followers had tried to use. Oh, why are you going for people that were trafficked as children? No, that's not what I'm doing. The point is, I'm pointing out where she is lying about a lot of things, and I suspect that she's lying about that too. Do we really want, if we are, you know, all for save the children, and we're trying to get to the bottom of the truth and expose the truth, do we really want charlatans in the movement? Do we really want people lying about it that could then further discredit anything that we're trying to do here? We need to call out the liars. I'm not a bully. I'm not threatening traffic survivors. I've not done any of that. I have just simply shown where this lady is lying. I will never be silenced, she says. Even if I die, my voice will echo around the world, even in death. May Yeshua Mashiach be honoured always. Garbage. It's just and then, you know, she's then obviously deleted me off of her Telegram. So who's the coward? Why don't you answer the video? Why don't you talk about anything that was said in there? You're not. You're just saying that I'm apparently paid by Soros. It's pathetic. What else have we got on here? So this is from SSGQ channel. Big shout out to that channel. Let's go on the actual post. And he says, I have to say this is about Tory Says, okay? I have to say it's about as grifty as they get. Needs versus wants. These shills are lining their pockets with your hard-earned dollars. Not out of our need, but out of greed. Why can't Tory buy her daughter a used car for much less? Why 50k? So the story is here. Someone has set up a GoFundMe for Tora Says to buy her daughter for her sweet 16 a $50,000 car. Right? So, I mean, I've not deep dived into Tora Says. I mean, I've been given some information. I've not gone down that route, really. I just want to talk about just this post and just this instance here, right? So they say, why 50k car? Or better yet, why can't Tori tell her daughter to go out and get a part-time job to save up the money to buy her own car? And this is something, you know, that I agree with. You know, I would be the same with my children. You know, if it came down to it, I'd want them to know the meaning of money, and, you know, and what life is really like. The things will not be handed down on a plate. And yeah, anyway, my stepson is 18. I haven't purchased a car for him. If he wants one, he's going to have to go out and get one. I did set him up with a nice little nest egg to help him get started. Yeah, of course, you know, you help out, but this is a whole different thing here. I will never ask anyone to help buy a car for my stepson. I think I'd put out like a message like, damn, I could do a 50,000, 50k car. Like, guys, who's going to sort out a GoFundMe for me? You know, M's sweet 30 something. Just get me a Ferrari. You couldn't do that for 50 grand, but just get me a nice car. No, I'm joking. I'm obviously joking. Please don't do that, by the way. But with, you know, some of the this lady's followers have said to me, well, she didn't set it up, and you know, it's not nothing to do with her. So, but she would know about this, right? And who's to say she hasn't had these conversations with her admins behind the scenes? Oh, it's a great idea, but I can't set that up myself. You know, and she's got lots of money come from her own grifting coming in. So, you know, people would question that. Well, let's do it as a side note. Or people, even if they did suggest that, she signed off on it for sure, because she's letting it go around. So there's this GoFundMe here. help get a car for Phoebe's sweet 16th birthday. 50k goal, and already 12,412 has been donated for this. She's turned 16 years old. Help us raise funds to buy her a car. Give what you can. Let's do for Phoebe what we did for Tor. So yeah, so obviously they're saying, you know, we've already raised loads of money. I think they did. Someone actually bought Tor says a car before, a Tesla, I believe, and now they're, you know, and look, all these donations coming in. I mean, this for me is grifting, and you know, she's obviously not set it up herself, but she signed off on it. $1,000 from an anonymous tipper. Anyway, yeah, guys, you know, leave in your comments what you think about this. You know, I think it sits in the grifter box. You know, even like I say, even if she didn't actually set it up herself, it's just bad. And this sort of stuff going on in the community, you know, it's the $50,000. Okay, we're not talking about buying, you know, even if I did sign off on someone setting up a GoFundMe for, you know, a child of mine for their sweet 16th, I'd be like, yeah, but no more than a 900 quid banger, you know. Let's get them started on what I got started on. Let them know the worth of money, you know, 900 quid, whatever. If he or she crashes it, then, you know, they will know that's how you start out. You start out with a rubbish-ish car, don't you? And you learn the value of it, and you learn to look after good things, and you learn the value of money. So anyway, that's just my view on this. So moving on from that situation, let's move on to Charlie Ward. So you guys must have seen recently that Charlie left his comment section open, one of his videos. Big mistake. Now we know why he keeps them closed, because people's real views will come out, and he got absolutely slaughtered in his comment section. There was that. Cirsten W also made a video saying her thoughts around Charlie Ward. I edited and put that out. I wasn't part of that video, and it doesn't mean that I necessarily agree with everything she says or said around Charlie in that video. Let's be careful with that. But it was very interesting to see what she had to say, for sure. So what's happened since? Then obviously I exposed where Charlie got his intel, because he was calling me the P word, and we found out that was from Gareth Barrett, who, as I pre-mentioned in this video, been arrested for fraud, and it is a nutcase. So that is embarrassing for him. So what happened after all of that? Yeah, he carried on posting his 3 videos a day or whatever up until the 10th. So that's where are we now? That's like over 4 days ago now. He's just suddenly stopped posting his videos, which is a bit odd for Charlie. Someone did tell me that he'd said in one of his videos that he was going away for a little while. Don't know. There's some activity on Companies House as well. New companies being set up, old ones being dissolved. Is there possibly being money moved about? Is he disappearing for good now? Because it seems like the public opinion on him, the tide is massively changing. It's been changing for a while, but people are starting to see things a lot more clearly regarding Charlie. Okay, so shout out to Joe for helping me with this. Summary of Charlie's dodgy dealings on Companies House, which is a government website that lists any sort of companies that are registered. So current company, Dr. Charles Ward Limited, or Dr. Charlie Ward Limited. Recent notice of voluntary strike-off, so it's about to be shut down. 2 new companies set up on the 22nd of September, Q17 and the Quantum Collective Limited, both listed under Charles Ward. I've listed below all the other companies linked to him, mostly dissolved. So he has multiple companies under different variations of his name, often short-lived with no accounts submitted. This is classic profile of tax evasion money laundering, as it won't show up on HMRC audit due to multiple different details, and the money is moved on without accounts ever being submitted. And then she goes on to say, you know, the only thing that they ever managed to pin Al Capone on was tax evasion, but it was enough. So a few other companies, currency exchange UAE Limited, which is United Arab Emirates, which Charlie had said that he was moving money and constantly going back and forth there before, even in the interview that I did with him. Another one, International Securities GRP. There's another one called TGMC Limited. Another one called Rosenthal Group Limited. Another one called Conrad Group PLC. And there's another couple that we suspect that are probably him as well. So lastly to say, Glenn Ward, who I did a few interviews with, Charlie Ward's son, has recently done a video with Aletheia Project and Mr. Truth Intelligencer Darren. Darren was the guy that set up the interviews. I did the first interview and then set up the second and the third interview with myself and Glenn, Charlie Ward's son. And lots of interesting stuff in those interviews, so please go and view them. But if you haven't, he has recently, after seeing what Charlie was saying about myself and seeing what Charlie was saying about himself, has come forward and made a video with them. And in that video, he has called out Charlie Ward to have a public debate. So Charlie, you are being called out. If you're a man, if you are a man of truth, you will go, what have you got to hide? You should go on and speak to Glenn. So I'm going to show a part of that video now, and you can watch the full video on the Aletheia Project channel. I will leave a link in the description, so please go and watch the full video. It's very interesting. It's regarding mental health, etc. But let's have a look at a short bit of that interview here. And yeah, guys, go and check that out.
And especially now that he's put his claim out against M, which is absolutely disgusting. And it's just unusual that it is such a directed one, because generally it's like we've just said, we're all shills. We work for the government. We get paid this, we get paid that, which we know is absolute garbage. But it's the general defense. But the accusations coming now are they're starting to hit home, and I know they are. And
I mean, the thing is, he's targeting M Secret at this moment in time, when actually, as Em explained, it wasn't actually Em or anybody else that put Glenn in touch with M Secret other than me.
Yeah,
it wasn't MI5 or MI6. It was between me and Glenn talking, and then I put it forward to Glenn to actually have a chat to M Secret. So there was no MI6 or MI5 actually involved with any other agency, police, government. As Glenn can explain himself.
Well, as I said, I've only done this to protect my my sister and so forth, and yeah, a lot more has come of it, because I want to, make sure that people understand, where I've been and where I've come from, knowing the person, I am a father, to not go down the same kind of route.
If there is anything directly you could ask your father, what will it be? Is it just
Why,
is it why?
I honestly don't know. It's like, why can't you focus on your own instead of worrying about other people? Why does why are you so obsessed with all this other stuff? Why don't you actually focus on your own stuff, i.e. your own children, and work out, what's going on there before doing all this? But I pretty much know the answer. I know his answer is going to be completely different. The answer is money. He's doing all this for money, for fame, for anything else. So I know what the answer is going to be from him, but what the real answer is that. So it's I wouldn't even want to ask him that. I just would like to see him. I don't even care if he stops, because you can never stop someone doing something. No. I would like other people to just, see that this is not him. This is not true. This is, start looking at things for yourself, and, not be following such a, without being horrible an idiot.
No, I understand that. So effectively, by telling your story and telling a partial life story, which you are doing, that should hopefully, and I'm sure it will, help wake a lot of people up and realize that, well, they literally need to put the brakes on and ask the one question, just question themselves. And I think with you coming forward again to do this on this aspect of it, and not addressing every single little thing he's ever said in all these stupid videos he's done, but addressing the effect that the real world harm that it is causing. There is no question of that, and it is causing real world harm. And I think by telling your story, I know for a fact it is going to help. It's going to help a number of people, and hopefully, like I said in the video a few days ago, once one person gets helped and then another and another, it might start the floodgates with your story for people to walk away or question it.
Well, hopefully, because he doesn't give two fucks about anybody but himself. He's put me in situations where I could have died, I could have been killed. He has put me in them situations before when I was his son, you know, actually part of his life. So if he can do that to his own child, I don't care. He doesn't care what he does to anybody else on this planet. I would never, you know, your children are your nearest and your dearest, and if you can do that to them, then you can do it to anybody, basically. So that's where it is with me.
Is there anything you want, Darren? Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, I know we've spoken over the last few days about actually giving Charlie a chance to speak out and reply to one of these videos. I mean, we had Glenn, you sent that video to me, you know, when we was talking about the video. So I'm wondering maybe if we can do that again, but like with Harley, you know, so actually speak out and reach out to Charlie to contact us and invite him to actually provide evidence, just try to justify himself, and if he wants to try to discredit us, at least do it genuinely and show whatever information or evidence he has to bring forward. Yeah,
I'm happy to go and do that. I'm happy to sit and have a chat with him and put my points to him. You know, people might say that, oh, Glenn's saying this, Glenn's saying that, he's an actor, blah, 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 blah. You can all say what you like. Put him face to face with me, and I'll ask him every single question and put every single thing with, you know, facts to him. And if he can answer them, if he can answer it factual with evidence, then, you know, go ahead and believe him. I don't think for 2 seconds he can. Well, I know he can't. Let's do it. Well, whenever you want.
Well, there you go. I tell you what, address your father directly then. And like I say, we're going to share this video far and wide, and just ask him directly, because I'm sure he will see this.
Speak to him. I don't have the details for him. I don't really want to speak to him directly. I'd rather speak to him here.
Right, okay. I'll do
whenever he can do it, because otherwise he's just going to just talk absolute bullshit to me, and I just can't tether that anymore.
Yeah. I've got his contact details, so I'll send him a message and everything like that. But I'll put it out.
We can actually class this video as the invitation to him then.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, to Charlie to come forward and speak out.
Yeah. You ask him, Darren, because everybody says yes to you, Darren, because you've got a nice face.
Yeah. Well, as you know, he's called me all kinds of things. He sent messages to people that Glenn knows, saying that I was a certain thing, protecting certain people. I don't really want to go deep into that at this moment in time. So I think if Charlie is going to see this, then we're going to invite him to actually speak with Glenn and yourself.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes from there. I mean, if he's got anything to hide or nothing to hide, then he shouldn't have any dealings or problems about coming forward and speaking.
But moreover, if he's a man, he should come and address. He should answer. He should stand up.
Very, very easy for him to just click on and say, yeah, okay, let's do this. He's sitting there with all this evidence and everything there, sitting by his side. He's been out there. He's told everyone about it. So, you know, if it was me, I'd just go, yeah, okay, come on, let's do this. Let's get it done and dusted. Then I can brush my shoulders off and crack on with my own work. But that's me and not him. But let's see what he's got to do.
Yeah. So there you go. Charlie, if you do hear this, and we will make sure that you do, my email address will be on this. I will put a private phone number on there. You can contact me, and we will set something up. Let's see what happens, and hopefully you say yes. Man up,
yes.
Charlie Ward.